think this is a good excuse to have some spoilers, just because I think it's a movie that it is better to be prepared for than to just, unless you're just like, sure, whatever, more blood and
Unless
guts.
you're like that guy who's like, this isn't as
Yeah.
gory as I want it to be. Like, dude, come on, man. Be more thoughtful, please.
Okay, so what were some noteworthy bits?
So I liked the hand over the city. So there's a scene where he reaches kind of towards a window, and he's reaching for Ellen's character, and he's given her a certain amount of time for certain things. But he's spreading a plague, which is kind of a commentary on both times, actually.
Yeah.
Because it comments on the Black Plague, but it also kind of alludes to some of the things that are more modern. Probably COVID, or just that type of mentality that goes with it. But it's giving that concept, that evil, if you will, an embodiment. And that's him.
Yeah.
And so that was an interesting commentary. But they do that pretty interestingly on a visual level when he reaches out the window and his shadow kind of goes over the entire city. I think it's London or something. But it just kind of creeps through the streets and over the buildings and things. And it was a very interesting way of showing that visually. I just thought it was a treat. It was cool that because it's super classical for one, like it's very reminiscent of classic film.
Yeah.
But it also is very visually interesting.
I also think shadows are a really fascinating concept. Yeah. And they're used a lot in the original film, and then they're used extensively in this one as well.
Yeah.
And I did appreciate that they took special attention to the fact that he uses shadows, that he exists in shadows.
It was kind of interesting, too, because they avoided the mirrors.
Yeah.
They do use mirrors in this movie, but not for the traditional vampire reasons. Like, he doesn't ever show up as not there in a mirror.
Yeah.
But in the beginning of the movie, and this isn't a spoiler, he comes in to this room, and he comes in through the window, and these curtains are kind of flowing in the wind, and every time they go forward, you can see his shadow on it, but when it goes away, you don't see him at all. It's very interesting. It was very cool. Like, visually, it was pretty stimulating. Yeah, it was interesting to see their contrast and their visual interpretation of a vampire rather than just relying on his non-existence in the mirror.
Yeah. I mean, also, too, like, as a depiction of something like depression or whatever, or just something that takes over you, like, mentally and emotionally completely, that was very much, like, the shadow concept, I think, plays into that nicely.
Right.